Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Indeed you have, my son.
You've heard.
You seek sanctuary in my church. You've done something bad. If I'm to grant you sanctuary, I must have a full account.
A full account? That'll take a long time, Father.
Just stick to the most recent events, my son.
I wanted a woman, Father.
Oh, many have, my son. Is that all?
I proposed to her in vain.
Well, that surely is no great sin. Is there nothing more?
She was proud, Father. She rejected my offer.
Did she? And what was that, my son?
My father, I offered her marriage.
Really? And?
I'm a rich man, Father. I'm not usually denied.
Have you been married before?
3 times, Father.
Oh, indeed. And what happened? To your wives, I mean.
They passed away. Well, one was divorced.
They had fortunes, no doubt.
Of course, Father.
Of course. Now, what of this particular woman? Is she the reason you seek sanctuary?
Yes, Father.
She is a remarkable woman?
To be sure, Father, she's beautiful. But she denied me.
Well. Tell me more.
I presented my credentials.
Oh, how romantic.
My offer was a good one.
I see.
I'm a rich man.
So you said.
I knew her to be much like myself in character.
Much like yourself? You mean she does not give compliments easily? She tends to see the worst in people before the good. Bit of a cynic, perhaps. Is that what you mean?
You know her?
There are some like her, my son.
But she turned me down.
Oh, why would she do that?
I don't know.
Are you sure that's the whole story?
The gist of it.
Did you not, how shall I say, demand she accept your offer?
Well,
did she not deny you outright, saying that you had more chance of getting into bed with the Queen than with her?
Did
she not barricade herself in her room when you tried to force yourself upon her?
I'm a passionate man, Father. It's only natural.
You protested and stormed about the place in an unholy rage, threatening to tear the place apart. Did she not say she could not give her hand to anyone who would not give her their heart?
Yes. I took that as a load of rubbish. I had no intention of giving my heart to her or anyone else.
I'm sure she was aware of that, my son. And what did you do then?
I returned home.
Well, you don't lack courage, my son.
No, indeed. I wanted to make a plan. I was not going to be denied.
Of course not.
I swear.
What red-blooded man would not? And did you?
What?
Make a plan.
Sort of.
Sort of? Did something not come to you?
Yes, Father. A raven.
A raven?
Yes, a big black one.
I think you'll find, if you look carefully, they're rather a handsome shade of blue.
Blue?
Yes, blue. Very fetching in the right light. But no matter. Continue. You say a raven came to you?
Yes, and it spoke to me as clearly as you are speaking to me.
Indeed. Like this? Thurston! Thurston!
Yes, just like that. How did you know?
It's just a guess. Carry on.
Oh, I thought I was dreaming, but it was so clear. I can't be sure.
That's the idea. Carry on.
I dreamed that as I sat thinking by the fireside, I saw it pecking at my window.
Yes?
Yes, and so I let it in.
People often do.
Do they?
People often interact with animals in their dreams.
Really? Has this happened before?
Oh, very often. What did it say?
It said, "You know you can beat her at her own game."
You should go down to the churchyard, and there you will find a man who has recently been buried.
Yes, that's it, exactly.
What else did it say, my son?
It said, "Dig down and open the shroud with your knife. Cut out this man's heart and present it to her instead."
See how she likes that.
Hang on, how do you know so much?
It's my calling to know such things. So what did you do?
Well, I did as I was told.
Of course. I knew you would.
You did?
People always do. And you gave her this heart, claiming it was your own.
Yes, Father. Mine was still beating inside me.
For now?
Pardon?
You never know. Death comes when it is least expected.
Not me, Father. I'll have to get up early to catch old Thurston.
I could do with a penny for every time I've heard that. Never mind. Carry on.
It looks like you know the story.
I?
Yes, you. Perhaps you can tell it.
What? How you presented her with the heart, thinking your little gesture would somehow teach her a lesson, maybe even impress her with your boldness. A forthright man like you, a strong man, a man of action.
Maybe.
And how she said she would never marry someone who'd done so terrible a thing. And how she said what she'd said, just to make you go away. And then...
What?
Well, go on, it's your story.
Oh, yes, well, there was a terrible hue and cry outside the house.
There was a great crowd.
An angry crowd.
A very angry crowd. Well, they discovered that a grave had been robbed, that the heart of someone dear to them had been stolen by some villain, some low criminal who could not even respect the dead. And now they wanted revenge.
How did they know?
That it was you?
Perhaps someone saw me.
A bird, perhaps. A raven. You can never trust them. Ravens.
Ravens don't talk, Father.
Yours did.
So it did.
Carry on.
I expect you know what happened then.
What? How you made haste to the church where you took sanctuary. Here, in fact.
Yes.
And you know what happened then?
You mean there's more?
Oh, yes.
Tell me.
An angry crowd is a wondrous thing. My son, it has a beauty all of its own, a savage beauty.
It does.
It does.
How do you mean?
Well, a crowd does not think. There's nothing clever about a crowd or reasonable. It just acts. It is an instinct, answerable to no one. Anything can happen.
Oh.
There's no calling in it, my son. Once you let it loose, you can't whistle it back. Once a mob gets it into its head that it wants blood, it will have it, any which way it can.
They were after my blood?
Oh, they weren't fussy. Anyone's would do. But you were quick, were you not? You made haste to the church where the law of sanctuary applies.
I'm not stupid.
And so the mob broke into the woman's house, and there they found the heart on the floor where you dropped it.
They did?
They did.
What happened then?
Well, they turned on the woman. I told you a mob doesn't see reason or stop to think. They dragged her out, kicking and screaming, and hanged her on the spot. They had some fun while they were at it. You said you thought she was an attractive woman.
I did.
And so did they. Much as you did, in fact, only rather more forcefully. But then there were more of them. She couldn't turn them all down.
So, that's it then? It's all over?
Indeed.
Can I go?
Of course.
Thank you, Father.
Only, take care if you leave the church.
Why is that, Father?
Well, a little bird told them that the man they should be looking for is hiding here. Oh, you can hear them coming now, I think.
My God, they'll kill me.
Very likely. But you'll agree there is a kind of justice in the matter.
How do you mean?
What goes around comes around, wouldn't you say? Maybe you'll have time for a proper confession before they hang you. I believe that's the parish priest coming out of the vestry now. If you're quick, you'll just catch him. And now, I must fly.